Good morning, student. How are you? Hope you are doing well over there. Today we are going to study next topic, okay, which is disaster management. आज हम जो टॉपिक सीखने वाले हैं उसका नाम है डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट. ओके, ये मैनेजमेंट से कनेक्टेड सब्जेक्ट एक इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक है जिसे हम समझने वाले हैं. एक्चुअली ये कनेक्टेड है एनवायरनमेंट से. ओके, एनवायरनमेंट environmental disaster or environmental management, climate change. Okay, somehow, okay, not totally, but somehow, natural and man-made activities, activities that causes disaster. Okay, so there are two types of disaster actually: natural disaster and disaster that are caused by activities done by man, a human. Okay, so today we are going to study important topic. Every topic has its own importance. So every topic holds a important weightage in your life, in everybody's life. So never ignore or never say or never think it is not important from my subjective point of view, from my syllabus point of view, from my exam point of view. It is not included in my syllabus. Never. Every subject has its importance in everybody's life. So disaster management, somehow it is connected to soft skill analysis. How? Because in soft skill analysis, soft skill development or soft skill analysis, emotional intelligence, self-awareness is we have studied. Self-awareness means about ourselves. Now disaster management, how natural activities, natural disaster or act, disaster that are caused by human, we should aware about it. Okay, there should be self awareness about it. So today we are going to understand information or terms related to disaster. Okay, and the topic name is disaster management because disaster are natural. We have to manage it. How we should or how to handle disaster. Okay, so first of all, what is disaster? So an event that causes a lot of harm or damage. Okay, क्या होता है डिजास्टर? क्या होता है? एक ऐसा कुछ इवेंट या ऐसी कुछ कंडीशन जो डिस्ट्रॉय करती है, ओके, हार्म करती है या डैमेज कर देती है. ओके, नुकसान, जैसे भूकंप आता है, नुकसान होता है. ओके, बाढ़ आती है, नुकसान होता है. सो एन इवेंट दैट कॉजेस अ लॉट ऑफ हार्म और डैमेज, डिस्ट्रॉय कर देती है कंडीशन, नॉर्मल कंडीशन जो होती है ह्यूमन बीइंग की. ओके, डे टू डे लाइफ कंडीशन होती है उसे एबनॉर्मल कर देती है. ओके, सो ऐसा इवेंट जो आपको डैमेज कर देता है. ठीक है, देन अ टेरिबल इवेंट और सिचुएशन, dangerous event or situation. A disaster is a sudden or great misfortune or a very unfortunate event. Okay, disaster means a very unfortunate event like earthquake, floods. Okay, it is very sudden or great misfortune because it destroy many lives. It destroy the normal condition of human being. Okay, so financial loss is there, health wise loss is there. Okay, economical loss is there. Okay, employment loss is there. So disaster is a sudden and it causes a terrible and dangerous. It is very dangerous, and it sometimes there is a long time impact of disaster. Okay, a disaster is an event whose timing is unexpected and whose impact are seriously destructive. So disaster means destructive. It damage or destroy lives. Okay, Then now we are going to study types of disaster. Disaster are of two types, natural and human-made. Some of the natural disasters are earthquake, volcanic eruption, tsunamis, landslides, floods, drought, heat waves, hurricanes, wildfires, epidemics, pandemics. Okay, pandemic was one of the type of disaster. It is natural disaster. It comes under natural disaster. Okay, some of the natural disaster are earthquake, bhukam. Okay, then tsunamis. You may have heard about tsunami also. It was one of the most dangerous disaster. Okay, floods, heat waves, etc. These are natural disaster. Okay, these are the types of natural disaster. It it has been destruction on earth. It has destroyed many lives. So earthquake, then epidemic, pandemic, or tsunamis. These are types of natural disaster. Now, some of the human-made disasters are chemical spill, explosion, plane crash, train derailment, ship sinking, war, civil unrest, terrorism, nuclear accident, power outage, pollution, and deforestation. Human-made. We are responsible for these types of disaster. Chemical spills mean uh, in factories. In factories, we there is a leakage of chemical. Okay, dangerous chemical into rivers, or it is not in a storage form. It leaks. Then explosion. Okay, then there is a experiment sometimes which can causes destruction. Then terrorism. Then pollution. Pollution is one of the man-made disaster. It has a long-term impact on earth. Deforestation. Okay, cutting trees. Okay, it leads to deforestation. It leads to increase in climate. So these are human-made disaster. Then impact of natural disaster. Now, okay, we have studied what is disaster. Disaster is destruction. Okay, there are two types of disaster: natural and man-made. Okay, human-made. Now, natural means floods, earthquakes, then tsunamis, then wildfires, epidemic, pandemic, then human-made deforestation, chemical spills, war, terrorism. These are human-made. Now, impact of natural disaster. Natural disaster can affect human lives, the environment, and the economy. Yes, it affects. It create destruction in human lives, environment, and the economy. They can lead to significant environmental damage, including deforestation, soil erosion, and water contamination. Yes, create adverse effect on climate. There is a climate change, increase in temperature, global warming. Okay, deforestation can contribute to climate change, to global warming. Natural disaster can result in fatalities and injury, impacting individual and families directly. Okay, natural disaster like earthquake, floods, they create injuries. They are very dangerous, impacting their families, individual loss of life, loss of families also. Infrastructure can destroy, forcing people to relocate and rebuild. Infrastructure, natural disaster. When there is a natural disaster, when there is a destruction of infrastructure, then people are forced to relocate or rebuild their house. Then water, sanitation, electricity, and communication network can be severely affected. Yes, natural disaster has an impact on such type of facilities, that water, sanitation, electricity, and communication, because it create distraction. It affect ecosystem, deforestation, soil erosion, and water contamination. Disaster can lead to significant economic losses due to damage to infrastructure, businesses, and agriculture. When disaster hit, it create automatically, it has an impact on businesses, agriculture. Indirectly, it has an impact on economy. It stop the economic growth of any country. Then survivors may experience trauma, anxiety, and depression. Yes, those who are those who are those who those who are survive in disaster, they may they may experience trauma, fear, anxiety, depression, as they have lost their families or jo- job or source of income. So they may experience trauma, anxiety, insecurity, fear, depression. Impact of human-made disaster. Failures in industrial process, yes, such as chemical spill or explosion can cause immediate harm and long-term environment contamination. Yes, in factories there are many types of procedure. When such procedure fails, then it can create destruction. Okay, it can create environmental contamination, environmental destruction. Act of terrorism, yes, act of terrorism is one of the human-made disaster. It loss of life, injuries, and it create fear, insecurity, anxiety, depression also. War and conflict lead to widespread destruction, displacement, and loss of life with lasting social and economic impact. Yes, transportation accident and nuclear incident can cause significant impact on different sector. Yes, transportation accident. Okay, then nuclear experiment. Sometimes uh, it can experience a accident also, nuclear accident also. Sometimes it can cause impact, it can cause disaster, it can create destruction on different sectors. Deforestation and pollution can exacerbate natural disaster or create entirely new environmental crisis. See, deforestation and pollution are main disaster. Okay, deforestation and pollution, because it has very adversely negative impact on climate. Okay, then pollution of air, water, and land. Yes, pollution has it long-term impact on our life. Human-made disaster can have lasting impact of health, education, and economic development, requiring long-term recovery effort. Yes, it requires long-term recovery effort. Any type of disaster, the survivor may experience trauma, anxiety. So that person require long-term recovery effort. Okay. Sometimes it's result in mental health disorder. Okay. For example, the Bhopal gas tragedy in India, a chemical leak from pesticide plant. Okay, you may have heard about Bhopal gas tragedy. Then terrorist attack, then chemical and biological weapon, then event like Flint water crisis demonstrate the long-term impact of inadequate infrastructure and environmental policies. So such type of tragedy had happened. So everyone should know how disaster has it long-term impact mentally, physically, economically. So it was all about the introductory part of disaster. How it is a short, a brief description of disaster. How disaster happen, or what is disaster actually? Disaster is a destruction. Okay, destruction. It has it adverse negative impact on economic growth of any country, economic growth, then his life, then mentally, physically, economically. There are two types of disaster, natural and human made. Okay, so there should be self awareness among everyone that pollution, deforestation, climate change, global warming, okay, water pollution, land pollution, noise pollution. Okay, these are our responsibility to control it. Okay, so now we are going to study how to handle disaster. There is a team to handle disaster. So we are going to study in second part of disaster management actually how to handle disaster. So thank you, take care, and best of luck for your future.